everyone, welcome to Ghost Prime Transformers Reviews. Today I'll be taking a look at Earthrise Voyager class Grapple. Now this figure, sort of a mixed bag for me. While I love the aesthetics, he looks just like he popped off the screen, very close again to the masterpiece. He is a beautiful looking figure. His transformation is incredibly close to the Generation 1 character. He has a ton of articulation, especially in his legs. However, he does have hollow bits in his legs. It almost turned me off from this character from seeing the production shots of how hollow the legs were. I particularly think that it takes away from the overall look from this side of the inside of the thigh here. However, I did pick it up, and I'm really glad that I did. I love this figure. So there are a few problems with it. The number one problem being that it breaks very easily during transformation. There is a fix for it, which I have not performed yet, so we'll see how the transformation goes today. However, I like this guy more than I thought I did. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. Alright, let's get started with the packaging. Here's the packaging for him. Very standard Earthrise packaging. One thing to note, he didn't come with any tie downs. He's completely just friction locked in this, in the plastic encasing there. I found that very interesting. It's the only one so far I've seen like that. Anyway, here's the side. Really nice imagery on the side with his little hook hand there. Also, you see that again on the back with the different pictures of what you could do with him. Here is his crane mode. And you're just picking up some of these little ramp pieces here. Everyone has that piece. Top of the box, Autobot logo, bottom box words and things, and of course inside the box you do get the map or whatever it is, and you get a decoder, but this one does not say anything. There's some red here, but it doesn't say anything on there. There's nothing to decode. Back of it is just plain cardboard. And of course you get the instruction sheet. Now the instruction sheet's done in that nice teal, just like all the rest of them. Very clear instructions on how to transform him. As you can see. All right here. Now this, that is the problem, which I'll go over in the transformation. Overall, nice clear instructions. As mentioned in the package, you do get the little grabber hand. He does have a little clip in the middle, so you could connect him to Ironworks or any of the other ramp pieces that you get from the different Micromaster base deluxe figures. And you get his weapon, which has a single peg for his hand to hold, and then you could do other pegs, so you could peg it at various locations. And then you get his little nozzle gun. And of course the robot himself. So he looks kind of lighter, almost yellowish on camera here. He's actually a darker orange. Maybe you can see when it's this light, you kind of see how it's like the shadow there. It's making it much brighter than it actually looks in person. He has a ton of detail. Let's get up real close on him. He's got a really nice face sculpt. His eyes aren't fully painted blue, which it's hard to see here, but when he's backlit, it kind of shines through the back, even though he does not have any light piping. It shines back through it and kind of makes a weird look, gives him a weird look. Overall, nice detailing on him. Autobot logo. He's got a clear piece right here. This whole piece is all clear. It's clear plastic, so you can kind of see how it's cut out, or it's not painted on the headlight, so you got the blue headlight showing through there. Detailing on the waist and the thighs. I don't like the fact that this piece is hollow. I don't necessarily mind the pieces around it being hollow, but I think this should have been have a cap on it or something, because it looks terrible, especially because it's painted and it really stands out, because the other one looks really nice on the outside. You go down to his bottom legs, you got a port there, wheels on top of his feet, and the little stand. And it's from the side, back, and back around to the front. And one of the neat things you could do is you could take his little piece, this little here, and it kind of, there's little pegs right here. And what that does, you take that little peg hole, and that slides right in there, so you could carry it if you don't want him to use it on his fist. Gun, of course, goes in one of his hands, whichever hand you'd like. Now this grapple piece is stored right there, which I'm not a fan of that, so I just leave it off, and that works fine for me. So his hands on both, you could do this on both hands. You could just put them in, and that exposes a port. Excuse me. Now on this port, you give him his grappling hand, or the little nozzle hand, which is a cool little feature. I like that. So let's do some comparisons. Here he is with Generation 1 Grapple. Now, as you can see, he's very close to this figure in color and, of course, color scheme. This does have all the stickers, and this does not. This is one where I would like a Toy Hack set to go, that maybe a Generation 1 style Toy Hack set on this, I think would really make this stand out. If you're listening, this is very good. I do like this. So this comparison, I think he's actually, this and Hoist, very, very close to their Generation 1 counterparts. Here he is with his Classics Generations Reveal the Shield. I don't remember which one it is. Self, and move the camera up because he is quite a little bit smaller. As you can see, these are actually both Voyagers. He's a different color. He's more of a lighter orange color. But he's much larger, much larger. And one of the things I never liked the hook on the hand. I thought that impeded his posability and how he looked. Also, he's kind of a little weak in the knees, likes to fall. This guy has nice tight joints. And here he is with the Masterpiece. So you can see how these compare. You can see he's a bunch thinner. I actually prefer that over this. He looks almost like a triangle shape, where he has a nice stance, nice bulky shoulders. He looks much better proportioned than the Masterpiece. They do retain a lot of the very similar things, of course, as far as the detail. This one is much more detailed than this one is, but they have similar designs. And as you can see, he is a bit darker in color than this one. Maybe it shows up on camera. Here he is with Leader Class Optimus Prime from the Earthrise. Here he is with Earthrise Megatron. Try that again. And here he is with Deluxe Class Wheeljack from the Earthrise line. As you can see, he is quite a bit bigger. Okay, and let's get into some articulation with this guy. Just move the camera down real quick so I could show you. For articulation, let's get this out of his hand here. His elbow can move straight, of course, and 90 degrees. Maybe a little over 90 degrees. He has a bicep swivel of 360 at the shoulder, and his arms can go out that much. Now, a little neat something here is the detail they put into just this hinge right here. It's a nice little, the curve there. Nice detail. Didn't really need to be there. Just so it doesn't look like a gouty hinge just sticking out. I think that was very nice. Something I appreciate. His head is on a mushroom peg, so it only goes 360. It is not, you don't get any up and down, not a ball joint, so no up and down, no inquisitive looks, nothing. At the waist, you can get 360 degrees. And move the arms out of the way. The hip, about that far forward, so you kick. Same back. All the way out. The knee is 90 degrees because it hits these pieces here. Oh, I didn't mention the hand, but you can't move the hand at all. It has no wrist swivel. Of course, these feet, like all the rest of the Siege, go there. And he does have thigh articulation all the way around, 360. One of the really cool things about this is you could take his foot, and there's a joint in here. So this is more for transformation, but you could take it and you kind of put his foot in different positions. So you could get this guy in like a very, very cool pose. So you can do like this. Let's see, maybe go like, and actually make him look really good. So you could get him into, see his feet being flat there. And it looks fantastic. You could get this guy into some really nice poses. That's my absolute favorite part about his articulation. He doesn't just stand there. You could do other things with it, and he still looks good doing it, which is something that is just really cool with this figure. So for transformation, of course, you're going to want to take this piece out. And you could set it aside, or you could set it back there. It does not matter. Take his fists inside there. Now this guy has a very simple, very easy transformation that is very much like the Generation 1 character. So now you want to take this piece up. There's a piece in here. There's a hinge here, and hinge here. So move that up like that. And then there's clips right here at the top. And you can just unclip the head, just like Generation 1. Move the head around till it snaps. Then there's like an accordion piece here that just accordions out straight like that. The feet move around, point. So you point the feet up like that, move them into place. It's kind of go like that. This whole piece right here moves down. So you take the arms, move them straight up like this. Poke them around. Actually, probably should have done this first. I apologize. I've only done this once because I'm afraid of breaking those pegs. And so the arms go in like this. And there's these pegs on the arms. One right there. And one right there. They peg together. Like that. And then there is... So there's some pegs right here that everything just sort of clips into. So you go like this. You kind of clip into the arms right under here. So if I can get really close. The peg is right there, and it goes right into this part of the arm so that it holds very securely. So now here's the part that is scary. So you take these pegs, which are very prone to breaking, and I really hope I don't do this, and you push it in. Now they're very tight, on both sides. Take the crane piece, move it around, pull this out, and here's the hook. Reveal the hook, and there it is. There he is in car mode, in crane mode. Now, rolling wise, he rolls, but he's just barely off the ground. These pieces are dragging. If these wheels were bigger, it would solve that problem. I think they did this for an aesthetic choice to make the wheels minimized in robot mode so they look smaller, but overall I think it gives a real small profile, and I think with the larger wheels, it would have been up a little more and would have rolled a ton better, and I don't think it would have hurt transformation. It wouldn't have hurt looks of the figure. I think it's an oversight that I wish that they would have corrected. So in this mode, you could take his gun, and you could place it right there, like so. And you could take his little grapple piece, and there's a little port right here on the end, and just shove that in there. So you could kind of his little grappling hand. Of course, this piece could go on here. So he does store everything in vehicle mode, which is kind of cool. I do enjoy that because he has a port here. He has another port on the side here, which kind of get his gun in like that. And so there's a few different places. He has a couple ports right here that are exposed. Doesn't, I mean, it fits kind of well. It doesn't really fit that well. It may fit on the side like that. So you could want to do that. You could do that. There's just, it's a nice vehicle mode. It looks great. Like I said, I wish the wheels were a little bit bigger, but that's a minor nitpick, I think. Because I don't go rolling it around. And it rolls. It's okay. So let's do some comparisons of this guy. Here he is with the Generation 1 toy. So you see they are very similar in size. He's a little shorter and squatter. Maybe a little longer. Overall, the aesthetics very there. Very cool. The crane, of course, is on the Generation 1 is much longer. And here he is with Earthrise Wheeljack. Now these guys, he's a little big for this type of truck, but it's okay. Here he is with Hoist. Again, they don't scale well in vehicle mode. But he looks really good in this. Whoop. It's really good in this mode. So maybe I should keep him in this mode because I don't want to break these pieces. So let me show you where the breakage happens. Get this on camera. So commonly, get that right in just to show you. See if I get this in focus. My camera doesn't like to focus. There's that little nub on the inside, right on the inside of that peg. If you shave that down, that's where it ends up getting caught in there, especially if you don't pull it out completely straight. I've been lucky on mine so far, but I kind of very gentle, very, very gentle with this. So pull it straight out. And no breakage, but it's hairy every time. Yeah, so this guy's actually a really decent figure. Now, if you should get him and add him to your collection, that is entirely up to you. If you already have the Generations version of both Inferno and Grapple, the choice is up to you. Those are fantastic figures in their own right. If you're very much into Generation 1 and want to see an updated Generation 1 character that looks like the cartoon, almost a small masterpiece in looks and form, would be this one. This is a really good figure, fits in with the rest of the Siege and Earthrise line very well. Now, the hollowness might be a problem for some, and these little back pegs, having to modify them to do repeated transformations. Otherwise, breakage may occur. That's a shame, and it's something I hope they fix on the Inferno. So I really will. I will pick up the Inferno. However, I really hope they have that fixed. I'm not sure. I'm not one to modify my figures too much, but this is one that might be necessary. It's a simple thing to do. Hasbro, do it, because this is a good figure. I think this is something that is really nice and very unexpected. I also think that the wheels should be bigger, so it rolls a bit better. A couple little design things here and there, but as it is really great. So overall, I'm very happy with it. I'll be back at you soon with some more Transformer reviews. So please, like, subscribe, hit that downvote button if you have to, and we'll see you later.